Hello and welcome. I'm John Garlick, and this is Calhoun County's Most Wanted. So the sheriff and his staff are out being very busy doing special sheriff's office stuff, but they were busy last week, and let's take a look at our count. So our count last week was 1, but 1 is all it takes to keep the count growing. 4,807 since the inception of this show. 4,807 people brought to justice by the good people of Calhoun County. So what's going on in the county right now is we've had a lot of rain, lots of rain. I haven't cut my grass in like 2 weeks, I don't know. But rain is a problem because it's coming down hard and fast, and we can watch out for flooding. Don't drive through flooded areas, take your time, don't go fast. Remember, roads in the south are very slippery when they get wet, so brake easy, watch out for those flooded areas. Give yourself a little bit more time when you're going back and forth to work or the store. And right now, we're going to take a break and have the first half of our lineup and then a very special guest. So stay with us here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Scammers are now taking advantage of people's increased economic anxiety. One of the latest ploys is to phone unsuspecting victims and pose as representatives of utility companies. A scammer may identify themselves as your local power company. They may be able to identify your account number and even your name and address, but that does not mean they are legitimate. They may claim you are past due and your services are about to be shut off. Do not let the implied seriousness of this call frighten you into making a quick decision to pay. Instead, hang up the phone, then contact your local utility company directly using the phone number listed on your bill or on their website. Speak with a representative to check on your account. Never give your banking information over the phone unless you have placed the call yourself to a phone number that you know is correct. Utility companies do not demand your banking information by email or phone. They will not force you to pay over the phone as your only option. Any reputable company will never request payment by gift card, reloadable cash card, wiring money, or cryptocurrency. Some of the requested cards could be MoneyPack, Vanilla, Google, eBay, Amazon, or even an iTunes card. But you should know that there are still many more variety of cards the scammer could suggest that you use. If they ask for payment in any form of these cards, it is a scam. For more information, you can go to ftc.gov or call me, Nancy Hilton, at the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600.
Welcome back to this week's lineup. First up, we have William Petty of Wedowee, Alabama. Probation violation, domestic violence, second assault. Montwell Rachel of Roanoke, Alabama. Failure to appear, theft of property in the third. Joseph Silva of Jacksonville, Alabama. Probation violation, domestic violence in the first. Christopher McFry of Piedmont, Alabama. Probation violation, domestic violence in the second, burglary. Rhonda McCaig of Talladega, Alabama. Writ of arrest, theft of property in the first. Frederick Bishop of Lineville, Alabama. Probation violation, robbery in the first. Justin Posey of Gaston, Alabama. Bond revocation, possession of controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence. If you have any information about these cases, please call the Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600.
Welcome back. We hope you saw somebody in the lineup that you might know or might at least know where they are, and give the Sheriff's Office a call, 256-236-6600. Let them know where they are. Right now, we're here with Maya Northrup of the Agency for Substance Abuse and Prevention, ASAP, right here in Oxford. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
So, ASAP, what do they do in general terms?
So at ASAP, we provide prevention services to school systems, boys and girls clubs, companies, industries, as well as community members in Calhoun and Cleveland County.
What kind of stuff do you do for industries?
So we might bring them like prevention information like pamphlets, brochures, things like that, just promotional items and stuff.
Okay, all about, you know, how to prevent substance abuse. And
That's right.
you help people find resources then if they need it?
Yes, we can connect them to different resources in our area.
So you work with human resources at some of these industries, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
And then of course you're in the schools.
Yes.
What are some of the programs you do in the schools?
So for the schools, we do like Mendez Too Good for Drugs with the school systems. We do different like surveys with them pre and post and just interact with the kids.
What do the surveys teach you?
So the surveys just teach us like what are kids knowing now, what are the new drugs, what are just the things that they're introduced to at this young age.
Okay, so this is a scary question. What is the young age here in Calhoun County that kids are getting exposed?
I mean, anywhere from 5 and 6-year-olds are introduced to
Wow.
very illicit drugs.
So what's the typically the first drug that a 5-year-old comes in contact with?
Probably marijuana.
Really? Okay. And marijuana, we have medical marijuana is now legal in the state, and we'll soon have, probably within 2 or 3 years, it'll be recreational as well. So 5 years old, they're being exposed to it. And what about some of the harder stuff like cocaine and meth? When did they start seeing that?
I mean, maybe 7, 8.
Really?
You know, they're introduced to way more than we were when
Right.
we were in schools.
Certainly me.
I know. That's right.
Yeah. What do you mean that's right? You think you're picking on me? That's
I'm not.
okay.
I'm not.
So you've been with ASAP for a while.
Yes,
And you started out as an intern.
I did.
So how do you do that? How do you start as an intern at ASAP?
So for me, I went to the Anniston Career Center and I talked to Miss Thelma. I did my TAB test and then I started with the agency and I've been with them. Now I'm a full-time employee. It's been almost 3 years.
Wow. A valued employee at ASAP.
Yes.
Good old Sayram is there.
Yes,
Yep. Writing grants and doing all
Yes.
kinds of cool stuff. So you've enjoyed it.
I have.
You have a Bachelor's of Science in.
A Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice.
Do you really?
Yes, sir.
And you decided not to go into law enforcement.
That just wasn't my passion.
Well, that's okay. Your passion is keeping kids off drugs.
That's right.
So ASAP has a new program, and so tell us a little bit about what that's going to do.
So the new program that we have here at ASAP is the Back to School event. And we just want to kind of have an event. We know COVID really just took the fun out of summer for children. So we just wanted them to have an event where we could engage with them and they could just kind of have like a last hoorah right before the school system, as well as an encouragement to, you know, just start off the school year strong.
Okay, so what does that look like for these kids?
So they're going to be out there having a great time. It's going to have bouncy houses. We're going to do things like relay races. We're going to have a 3-point contest. We're going to have school supplies, book bags, prevention information, free food, and free ice cream.
Oh my goodness, free ice cream?
Yes.
Wait, and when is this?
This is going to be Saturday, July the 24th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at John S. Nettles Park in Anniston.
Okay,
And that's right behind Betty's Barbecue.
right behind Betty's Barbecue, okay. And how many are you expecting? How many kids?
I mean, around 300.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
It's gonna be
that's a
great.
lot of kids. They'll be enjoying that for sure. So bouncy houses, ice cream, prevention stuff,
School supplies.
school supplies.
That's the huge thing. Book bags.
So the kids probably aren't caring about school supplies, but I bet their parents are.
The parents, yes.
So are you going to have any special events there for parents too? Just geared toward
Just
parents?
kids.
Just kids?
kids. Mhm.
But you'll have a lot of kids there.
A lot of kids.
And you had this stuff was all donated and over the last few months?
So we want to thank Farmers and Merchants Bank. We definitely want to thank Kids Day Out, as well as our Opioid Roundtable Committee members for all the donations. We're going to have vendor tables set up. It's going to be very nice.
You going to have music?
Oh yeah, we're going to have some good music.
Live music? Or DJ?
Not live, just, you know.
Who's the DJ going to be?
Our very own Trisha Anderson at the
Trisha
agency.
Anderson
Yes.
is going to be the DJ. There'll be some music in the house, won't there?
Yes.
Oh my God, you gonna dance?
I don't know. I might.
You might.
I might
I've heard you're a
dance.
pretty good dancer.
Who told you that?
Well, I have my sources.
Okay. I might bust a move or two.
Do you? Okay. So we're going to talk more about the event and more about ASAP
Okay.
and maybe even more about you. I don't know. But we're going to take a break here, and we'll have the second half of the lineup here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the second half of the lineup. We have Jalen Montero of Anniston, Alabama, failure to appear, domestic violence, strangulation, suffocation, obstruction of justice using false identity. Charles Bracey of Jacksonville, Alabama, probation violation, trafficking methamphetamine, failure to appear, burglary in the third, receiving stolen property in the second. Rico McCallum of Hobson City, Alabama, escaping the first, probation revocation, robbery in the second. Gregory Overman of Anniston, Alabama, failure to appear, possession of controlled substance, possession of marijuana in the first, use and possession of drug paraphernalia. Autumn Jones of Alexandria, Alabama, failure to appear, possession of controlled substance, use and possession of drug paraphernalia, bond revocation, burglary in the first. Ricky Parker of Weaver, Alabama, escaping the first, probation revocation, fraudulent use of a credit card. If you have any information about these cases, please call the Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600.
Welcome back. We hope you saw somebody in that half of the lineup. Maybe you know where they are. If you do, call the Sheriff's Office, 256-236-6600. You call, they haul. We're here with Maya Northrup of ASAP, the Agency for Substance Abuse and Prevention. And we were talking about your back-to-school event that's coming up this Saturday.
Yes.
And this isn't the first one. The first one was when?
The first one was last year, and we went around to all of the housing authorities in Anniston and had a chance to really just engage with the youth. They were so excited. I got a chance to really just hug on them and love them, and we're doing it again this year because of the great success that we had.
Well, you have a photo album from last year, don't you?
Yes, we do.
So let's take a look at some of those pictures. You can tell us all about who's in the pictures. So
Okay.
Is that you?
That is me right there with some of the children, getting them lined up and ready.
And that's an ice cream van.
Yes. And the ice cream was free. That is Stacy Jackson, and then in the back we have Mrs. Aisha Beard.
This was the height of COVID last year. So was it
Right.
about August or July last year, same time?
Same time. And then that is Team ASAP with a few extra, some of our board members and a few volunteers.
Look at that. So what was the turnout last year? About the same, 300 or so?
Oh, same. It was great.
Wow. And you arranged for these ice cream trucks to come? And
Yes. So we arranged for the ice cream trucks to come, and then we just kind of did like a tour around the city, and then we also went to Welborn Park as well to engage with some of their youth.
And how did you get the word out that this event was going on?
Oh, we took it to different community members. We took it to Boys and Girls Clubs. We posted it on our social media. Just everybody that we know, we kind of blasted the flyer out.
Okay, so, and a good turnout. You expect a good turnout. The same ice cream people going to be there?
Same ice cream people, and they are so excited.
I'll bet they are. It was probably a great event.
Yes.
So is it just, you're going to be just at the one park? At
Right,
Nettles
so this
Park?
year we're not going to do our famous tour. We're just going to be at the John S. Nettles Park and trying to get everybody just to that one central location.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard some of the housing units have closed. Is that right?
Yes.
So what's closed?
I'm not sure.
I think, is it maybe Glen Addy and one other?
I think maybe Barbara Terrace,
Maybe,
maybe.
okay.
I'm not sure.
So that's just good central location at the,
Right.
at the Nettles Park. So that'll be good. Lots of ice cream, lots of music, lots of dancing, lots of kids,
Yes.
300 kids, lots of brochures.
Yes.
What else? Now, school is getting ready to start in August.
Yes.
So this is going to have school supplies. And how did you had people donate the school supplies?
We did, but we also have our local law enforcement who's going to come out and just be a nice face. A lot of times we want to try to break the stigma of people viewing law enforcement as the enemy. They're not. We have the Anniston Police Department as well as the Calhoun County's Sheriff's Department. We have a great relationship with them, so they're going to come out, interact with the kids, maybe play and dance with them as well.
That's so important. You know, so much of law enforcement is about the community, and that message has disappeared over the last few years from some significant events.
Right.
And we need to build community again, and that's what law enforcement is there, is to keep people safe, so that the community can function as a community, so that you can have events like this.
Yes, sir.
And feel safe. So yeah, we want to include law enforcement in that. Get the kids to meet folks and hang out and know that cops aren't bad people.
That's right.
Yeah, and you got a criminal justice degree.
I do.
From JSU?
From Miles College in Birmingham.
Miles College?
Yes.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yes, sir.
Wow. And you didn't go into law enforcement?
I did not.
That's too bad.
I don't know, it just wasn't for me, I guess.
Well, that's okay, because you're doing really good work at ASAP.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
The other programs, I think SARAM got a newer grant recently. You're familiar with that? What's the new grant?
Yes, so we recently were awarded the CCI. That is the Community College Initiative, where I'm actually the coordinator of that grant, and we'll be primarily working with Gaston State Community College.
And what does that grant provide?
So that grant provides prevention services to community college students. We're going to try to just also break the stigma that kids in community college they don't face drugs and different things like that.
Well, college kids face drugs all the time.
That's
and
right.
It's just because it's starting earlier and kids are getting exposed. College is a scary time for folks. It's a time when a lot of mental illness percolate to the surface. Schizophrenia, bipolar disorder tend to manifest the first couple of years of college. It happens to be the right age. So that will drive college kids toward drugs, perhaps, or they'll come to school with stuff. So you're getting the prevention word out at Gadsden State.
Yes.
Okay, providing resources and direction.
That's right.
That's very good. And you're doing in the school system. You guys are you guys doing I Am More in the school system?
I don't think so.
You're doing they're doing something else, I thought.
It's the Mendez Too Good for Drugs curriculum.
Okay.
As well as Why Try.
Why Try? That's
Yes,
what.
sir.
Tell us a little bit. Are you familiar with Why Try?
So Why Try, I believe, is a program just based off of, I don't know.
It's emotional. I believe it's an emotional learning thing. So it gets the kids to recognize how emotions drive their decisions. And I know the school systems are encouraging the teachers to kind of sit through versions of that so they understand what the kids are learning too. So you're doing that in which school systems?
So Why Try is going to be in Calhoun County school systems, and then I believe Oxford school systems as well.
So all of the schools? Is it a elementary school thing?
I believe it's middle school age children.
Okay, middle school. Well, very good. So Maya, we're not going to let you go. We're going to have a break.
Okay.
And then we come back and you can tell us some really fascinating and interesting things about your life.
Oh, okay.
So stay with us here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Welcome back to our Crime Stopper segment. Between June 8th and July 12th, 2021, an unknown person stole an electric water heater from a location on Jamback Road in Anniston, Alabama. If you have any information about this case, please call the Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600.
Welcome back. We don't have a crazy criminal this week, so I thought we'd just take this opportunity to get to know our guest, Maya Northrup, better. So you went to Sachs High School.
I did.
You're a local girl.
I am.
And so how was that experience at Sachs?
Great. I pretty much was a student athlete there. I played volleyball, basketball. I even did a little softball. And I went to Sachs ever since I was in kindergarten, so that's the only school system I've ever been in.
And then you decided you're going to go to college.
I did.
And you applied, I'm sure, to multiple colleges. So what colleges did you apply to?
I applied to Troy, Jacksonville State University, as well as Miles College, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, you name it, I applied.
But you selected Miles.
I did.
Miles is an excellent school. So tell us about that experience at Miles.
So I was offered a academic as well as athletic scholarship from Miles College. I got a chance to play some collegiate volleyball there as well.
Wow.
So I was a student athlete there as well, and then I got the HBCU experience, which was amazing. I'm so thankful for Miles College.
Miles College, criminal justice degree.
Yes.
Maybe you go back and get a master's.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. So local girl does well and comes back.
I know.
Comes back. So many kids, they grow up here, they go to high school here, and they go to college, and they don't return. So what prompted you to return?
So I would say the biggest thing that prompted me to return back here was my job, my internship, my ASAP family. I really got grounded really well with them, and they poured a lot into me. So I thought, why not come back and work for them?
The value of mentorship to keep people local, the value of education, and very good. So kind of a Renaissance woman.
Yes, sir.
Athletic and intelligent, talented, and, well, we won't tell anybody that. Well, thank you, Maya, for being on the show and spending this last couple of minutes so that we get to know you. We appreciate that. We're proud of you, and
Thank you.
we're glad that you stuck around here in Calhoun County, Anniston area. So, folks, that's the end of our show. We hope to see you again next week, but not in the lineup here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.